Today, Maharaj in his Pravachan beautifully reminded us that true contentment is a divine gift, not a worldly acquisition. You know, we often believe that happiness and peace lie in wealth, social respect, or possessions. But as Maharaj highlighted, these can never fill the heart with lasting satisfaction. Contentment, or santosha, is a state that flows only from inner surrender to God's will. To understand this better, let us turn to the life of a saint from the Shaiva tradition, Viranminda Nayanar, who showed through his uncompromising faith that the only true wealth is God and devotion to his bhaktas. Righteous-minded persons often ask themselves, I behave very properly, never slander anyone, and yet I have many kinds of difficulties in life, whereas many persons whose behavior is far from proper have all amenities and happiness. How is this justified? That one who loathes Nama seems to live in enjoyment, while another, an adherent of it, has to face misery and difficulties. How can this come from God who is celebrated for just dispensation? If we probe deep into the matter, we discover that though those people apparently enjoy many sources of pleasure, they are far from happy at heart, far from having true peace of mind. Suppose a man stands at a road junction. He sees one road in excellent condition, but not leading to his destination, while the other is in a very unattractive state, but is the one leading to the desired place. Which one should he choose? The Bhagavad Gita speaks of two types of sadhakas, the advanced and the ordinary. Those whose desires are moderate and well controlled belong to the advanced class. The others, like most of us, who still have plenty of desires and lack control over the senses, but at the same time desire to attain to God, belong to Karma Marga. The first type of people follow a path of a subtle, superior type. The path for us, the common people, is more obvious, but easy in all ways. The former achieve the destination quickly. The others scale the height slowly, laboriously, step by step. So the ordinary man should cater to his desires in a proper way and remain contented with what he gets, remembering that since everything in the world is the result of God's will, what he gets is also his will. If you ask, say, a dozen people the cause of their being discontented in life, they will cite diverse reasons. The obvious conclusion is that there is no single worldly thing that will bring universal satisfaction. Contentment is, indeed, an unusual thing that cannot be learnt from prapancha, for there is always something that everyone, whether he is a prince or a pauper, feels he lacks, and that to his mind causes discontentment. Contentment is indeed a truly divine gift, and it is earned by keeping constantly in remembrance of God. Viranminda Nayanar was born in Tirupachilasramam, in present-day Tamil Nadu. He is remembered for one powerful trait, unflinching loyalty to Lord Shiva and Shiva's devotees. For him, the true gift of life was not land, wealth, or social position, but the joy of worshipping Shiva and honoring those who serve the Lord. He refused to associate with anyone who disrespected Shiva's devotees, even if they were materially wealthy or socially important. This shows us something profound. Viranminda Nayanar found his contentment in devotion, not in external comforts. The world might have called his life austere or even difficult, but inwardly he was always at peace because he measured wealth not by possessions, but by closeness to God and his bhaktas. In our own lives, when we compare ourselves to others, discontentment often arises. Why do they have more comfort, while I, who try to live rightly, face struggle? Viranminda Nayanar's life teaches us to shift the focus. True joy is not in competing with others, but in aligning with God's will and finding contentment in His grace. As Maharaj reminded us in today's Pravachan, contentment is the true gift of God. Viranminda Nayanar's example shows that worldly possessions or status cannot bring lasting peace. Instead, surrender, devotion, and respect for the bhaktas of the Lord are the real treasures of life. May we also cultivate this spirit, to accept what God gives us with gratitude, to live with inner contentment, and to measure wealth not in material things, but in closeness to God.